asteroid stuff that's supposed to kill us. Not this one, but I don't know. I've heard some stories about some of those over the last few years, and I used to kind of really care about it, but I don't know. It's one of those things of like, I can't control whether that's gonna hit us or not. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to deal with it.
Do you think it's an asteroid, or do you think it's like a ship? Because I've heard like some credible people like, well, it could be a ship the way it's moving and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's finally the aliens. I mean, government keeps talking about some like this evidence of randomly over these last few years. I don't know if it's to distract us from stuff or like if it's the prep of like, hey, maybe that thing is.
Hmm. Right, and it's weird that it's happening at the time of like we're building AI, and now there's something from Galaxy the Way coming towards us while this all happening.
Yeah. Yeah, they're sitting here like, oh, they're finally smart enough to maybe understand us. I don't know.
I feel like that's always been like the joke, like, oh, like they're just watching us, and like once we get to a certain point, they'll come down from destroying ourselves or something.
Yeah.
And it seems like both things are kind of happening depending on your view on things.
Yeah, like have you seen that movie Arrival with Amy
Mhm.
Adams? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's like that where they're like really trying to help us in some way. But yeah, if they're here to kill us all, like yeah, like I said, like I can't do anything about it. Like
Yeah.
they got us beat there.
Yeah, and it just feels like we're in like a sci-fi movie, or at least the start of one, with the AI and like the robot, like just new like robotic tech, and just with how strange like the media stuff we've got, and it feels like we're actually like in the moment that like you watch about on TV.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of those sci-fi things that you grew up watching of just like the like Tony Stark with his like what is like Friday and Jarvis.
Oh yeah.
Those kind of things, and then like the AIs will talk to like what Shuri and Black Panther, she has hers too, like all these different types of things that people had, and I was just like, whoa, like we actually can like talk to these like computers now and make them do stuff, and I don't know.
And it's so good. Like even since the last time we talked, I've seen some AI videos that like have gotten so much better in like weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing too of like I'm telling you, within the next year, what you see this year, you're gonna think is lame compared to what's coming up. Like I haven't even looked into this yet, just because the AI drops have been just crazy news in general. But like Sora 2, I think just came out from OpenAI. Seeing the like buzz about it in the research field and everything, but I haven't gotten to test it out. But it looks like they're trying to make their own kind of like social network of like generated videos and things. And like Meta just like kind of dropped theirs, I think, a week or two ago. So yeah, I don't know. The future of just like information will be very, very interesting.
Yeah, because right now we have all the information, which is like too much to handle, and now we're gonna have fake information that looks just as real as everything else. So it's gonna be it's gonna be so interesting.
Yeah. Seeing politicians post memes of each other using AI too, which is like, it's like some of it is like okay, it gets a chuckle out of me, but it's also just like, dog, you are way too old for this, and also like the position of power they're in and stuff. It's just like the norms. Like I know like people are like, oh, like I like that they're like that, but I'm just sitting here like this is supposed to be like a respected. I kind of think it's wild that the most powerful people in the world are like meeting each other,
talking shit on this X and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty childish.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just not a good look. Like you're supposed to be like the grown ups, like literally, like the most grown ups.
Yeah.
And you just resorting to all this nonsense.
Yeah, like no matter what people think of him or not, like whether you support him, hate him, like this has nothing to do with that. Everyone should think it's nuts that the president of the United States, quote unquote, most powerful person in the world, was posting memes yesterday going into a government shutdown. Like, Bucky, come on. Like, we're talking about people losing jobs. I think it's 1 in 50 jobs are tied to the government, and people are going to lose out on healthcare, et cetera, and stuff like this. And they're arguing about like because it's because of like what Democrats want in the budget, this, that, and whatever. And all that aside, why are we posting memes?
Yeah, it's like, don't we have anything else to do, especially now?
Yeah,
But yeah, that stuff is so. It's just gotten so just crazy. Just everything just feels a little nuts.
hmm it's like the average everyday person is becoming more of a professional person than the people in DC, which is like, okay, so why again? Are you guys the one making
Yeah,
the
yeah. It
decision?
does feel like a show. It's like, oh, this is a TV show.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's happening out in real time.
yeah. They're all turning into influencers basically and
Yeah.
getting next to.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for like flying like personal stuff, like
Yeah.
actual like a jetpack type shit, and just like robotic leg things that you can use. We just have one video on it,
Yeah.
but that's just for fun to even
Yeah.
to be here.
That'll be really interesting stuff of like if you can solve like, things like paralysis and just like people losing limbs and things like that. If you could, I mean, if that's what they want of like, having them regain the ability to, have that mobility, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it as like whether people think of it as existential, like I like to think of it as like solving problems that people like want solved.
Yeah.
Like a technology can always be used for good or for bad, but I hope that, and I also like to believe that the majority of people are good, so the majority of the use cases will benefit people.
Oh yeah. I think so. Like even the translation stuff is going to be so cool. How they have them on like the new AirPods and on your phone.
Yeah.
That and how good contacts are going to be.
Oh, like the augmented reality kind of or extended reality.
But just even just like real contacts or people's vision, I feel like they're going to be able to like fix almost every ailment at some point.
Yeah, that's the really interesting piece that's happening now of like longevity of like people are just really focused on that in health right now, but I just wonder how that plays into all of like the research they're doing on protein synthesis and stuff. Like there's Google's AlphaFold. I don't know if you've heard of that,
Mm-mm.
but it's like this like essentially machine learning AI model that you can use to like replicate the process of like building a protein molecule. So like there's things that you can do now to basically try to like model new proteins and then use that to create like new drugs or use that to
Oh yeah.
yeah
That stuff is so wild.
yeah
And wait, so that's an AI that's doing that, or
yeah so it's this I can't remember what year it came out like it's like 2017 or somewhere like that or 2017 into 2019 somewhere in that range I think is when it was first really burgeoning but yeah it's like from the Google DeepMind team if I remember right. It's just like like essentially protein synthesis it can mimic that process so you can essentially run tons of different experiments to figure out which one of these compounds will actually be effective and then so that lessens the amount of time it takes to get to clinical trial because now it technically costs less to figure out what's actually a viable option in this space. So I don't know, like there are a lot of fears people have like in this stuff, but I choose to think of like the benefits, but then also there should be safeguards. Yeah.
Yeah, and with the fear, it's just such an easy thing to like. If you're not into it, it's so easy to get freaked out because you can read like an article or just like watch a sci-fi film or something. But yeah, there's gonna be just so much improvement. Like everything like where people can make mistakes could essentially be like fixed with like coding and like proofreading documents and just like everything with that. Like there's so many pluses.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I like the fact you put it that way of like, yeah, it is easy to be fearful of anything, but you live your life in fear. You're basically like paralyzing yourself.
Yeah. But isn't that like the whole thing like you respond differently to bad news and things that are scary to keep you alive. So that's like why you're always. It just hits you harder, just like bad news or like stuff that makes you mad.
That's really interesting you say that because, like, I don't know if you've been seeing all the studies about how people are like far more anxious now or like have more of the issues with like mood swings, depression, and things like that. But like if you look at our political cycle and everything that happens in the world, how much violence people just see like online and just like on their phones daily, the constant pings you're getting, you're pretty much always in like that fight or flight mode. It's like I wonder like how that's really like affecting everyone.
Oh yeah, it can be. Well, I mean, I'm obviously not good from the
Yeah.
the studies.
Yeah.
But just the way, like even like your brain, cause isn't it your brain has changed like what 1% in like the thousands of years, and now we can't have every information to every answer and see everything that's going on with every human in the world. It's too much. So I feel like your brain like doesn't know like what to think is they're not real or not, but it affects you like that is happening to you to some point.
Yeah. So many things you can fully process and experience in a day before you're just like, oh, I need a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to do that like social media cleanse here and there. Don't check any of it for a while. So that's me in the winter especially. Like I don't touch it for like, I don't know, anywhere between like 4 to 8 weeks.
Oh no, yeah. That's smart, especially in the winter too, because it's already just dark and dreary, and you're inside. Just low to start with. Katrina does that every once in a while. She'll do like a 2 or 3 week just break, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I feel great every time."
Yep. I wish I could completely get away from all of it, but there's like just some things you just don't hear about that you like to pay attention to, or that like it's also like something for me that it reminds me to keep in touch with people and you know, so I don't know, it's kind of just like it's a blessing and a curse.
Oh yeah, 100%. But like I'm pretty good at not like a doom scrolling stuff. But one thing I found myself doing is I pick up my phone and just open Instagram so much without thinking about it. Where I'm like, why am I holding my phone? And then I'll just go put it down and do something else.
Yeah. A trick I have, like I don't use the like timer apps because like you know that forces you to not open it for the rest of the day. For like Instagram or any of those apps, where like years ago you used to have like problems just opening them all the time. I don't have them on my home screen. I make it so I quite literally have to type the name of the app to open it.
Okay.
So then it's like even if it pops in my mind, like I'm sitting there typing it and like I get a few letters in, it's like, nah, I don't want to do that.
I like that. I like that. Where I'm already in something that I'm into. It's so quick.
Yeah. Instead of just a click of a button, it's more of like you have to type it out and you're kind of thinking for a moment.
Yeah, I don't even have time. You thing opens, it's like, oh, new something on the new Spider-Man game. Like, well, what's this? And then more shit I love.
Yeah. Then the notifications, man. Just the buzz.
I turn off my notifications.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do. So just to help me not always be checking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like there's so much good and there's can be so much bad. It's almost like it's more like the algorithm is what I think of as people just scrolling, and I don't think of people like talking online or sharing memes as much as they used to, even like 6 years ago. I feel.
Yeah, I remember back when like we were in high school. Like, I think, I first got Facebook. So this was I was in 7th grade in 2007. I think that's when I first got that. And then, aging myself here. And then from there, I think I got Twitter in like 10th grade, like 10 or something. And then Snapchat, like I didn't have that till like going into my senior year of high school. But then you got like all these younger kids now, like getting on these social apps just so much earlier.
Oh yeah.
I wonder like the effect of that too, you know?
Oh yeah.
And just because the difference, you know, you were saying of like how you interacted with people on those apps before to now, it used to literally be your friends. You would talk to your friends post PC. Now it's just whoever gets most viral.
Yeah. and people like going to like being like, oh, I want to
No.
be famous. Oh, no stress at all. No, and it's like so that's like
Yeah.
the like oh I want to grow up and be an influencer. Like that's like an actual thing. So it just changed the way people like actually even look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had a call somehow just go through my one. So I have this one focus mode that's literally supposed to make it so nothing comes through. But if I have a contact that's a favorite,
Oh yeah.
stuff comes through. I literally before this, I'm like, hey, do not call my phone. It's time, and still get a call. It's like,
oh, well, no stress. I can edit it out.
no, you're good. You're good.
I won't, but
Yeah,
like great.
exactly.
Oh,
Are those your Minecrafts?
no, you know. Shake to the dude.
No, I was wondering. Oh no, I thought that was like an actual box of like. Yeah, yeah. It's like that game's becoming really popular again.
Yeah,
I've been hearing like.
I've never like I don't I know you build stuff, but I couldn't tell you like anything about the game.
Yeah.
What is it? Have you played? Do you?
Nah, never. But it's like I know about it. It's like kind of like this online. You can play multiplayer. You can kind of play single player. You kind of build your own worlds. Just like kind of with these. It looks like low level graphics, basically.
Yeah.
But you can just add rocks, etc. Here and there. This is basically like Fortnite before Fortnite. In a way,
Okay.
but like less of a focus on just fighting, more of a focus on kind of like just building stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even games are just like no. People have been doing those types of games forever, but it's interesting with Twitch how like watching gaming and stuff became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was a kid, that wasn't like a thing. You would just game like you don't want to watch people play and like, but it's pretty actually cool to like just see different people like play like the Call of Duty and shit, and people get so good.
Yeah, like that one. Like, God, what's it called? Tap tap or double tap.
Oh
Whatever.
yep.
Them all. I've seen in there sometimes like how they'll just be playing a stream of like video games
Oh wait, really?
in there on the main TV, behind their
Okay.
bar. Yeah, so that's been interesting to see. But yeah, same thing. Like I don't really remember that being a thing, but I do know like we used to kind of play like online kind of like ranked games you could do way back, but now it just feels like there's this whole ecosystem and economy around it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. There's. I feel like that's changed too. Where there is like a not a business field around everything, but like they just got their hand in everything.
Yeah.
If that makes
Because
sense.
there's even college programs. Like I think Grinnell here in Iowa has one too, but there's like even college programs that have like esports teams.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like actual, and I think there's like some of the schools have scholarships associated with them and everything. Just because I don't know, I don't really know about the amount of money that comes in because of it, but I've heard like some of the bigger, I don't even know how you pronounce it, FaZe Clan or
Oh yeah.
Faze, I don't know.
Oh,
Like they have like sponsorships and stuff and things like that. Yeah, sorry, I don't know a lot about that space by any means. I just know that like what I've seen is there's some kind of economy around it.
yeah. The most I know is I remember Noah was doing some of that. Noah Camille was doing a Fortnite on a team for like a 3 years, I think or maybe longer. But he was that's what he did was play Fortnite. Oh, I thought something.
Oh yeah, I got that. I'm telling you, man, they're everywhere. Like yeah, like last night, so got in the room I was sleeping in somehow, and like I wake up, I just got these bites all over. And I'm like, you're kidding me, man. These little
Are
flies.
they fruit flies or what are they
You
from?
can't really tell because like I thought it was just fruit flies, but I was sitting there, it's like well, there's no fruits in this room.
Okay,
So, like, I don't know if it's just like baby flies, just or mosquitoes or something, just getting busy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're hard to see too.
yeah,
Because you'll see them and then they'll fly, then they're gone. They're so small.
yeah. And it's staying like warmer later this
Mhm.
year too, so they're just sticking around more. So
Yeah.
yeah, I need these 60-degree days to hit so they can start dropping like flies. Haha. Oh man.
Yeah, it is. It's hot outside still.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I moved to Nashville recently and like they're even like I mean it's still not as bad
Mhm.
as like deeper south or like Texas, but or Arizona even. I can't even imagine. But Yeah, I don't know. Climate change, whether you believe it or not, I don't know. It's getting warmer every year somehow.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's just happening, right? Like I don't even think of global warming as like, do you believe in it or not? It just is, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the craziest part about the conversation of like defunding the research behind it and everything is like, okay, so I feel like everyone can at least admit that we know for a fact the climate of the earth does change. We've had ice ages in the past. We've had really like tropical times, et cetera, and things like that. So we quite obviously know the climate does change. So it feels like for one reason or another, or a few reasons or another, the climate is getting more towards a warmer state. So like I'm like, why wouldn't we try to know why instead of just being like, oh, it just happens. We'll just figure it out. It's like, I don't know about all that. You know?
Yeah, I don't think the Earth is something that we should just like like it's no, it's kind of an important thing. It's like it's the whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's the special interest they want to protect, whatever it is, but it's like, hey, like some people's kids got to live in this thing, at some point. So I feel like you kind of owe it to the next generations to try to figure out
Yeah,
what's going on.
yeah. I feel like all that is caught up with us because even in like in high school, it was like, oh, global warming stuff that'll be way down the line. World War III and all that stuff, like way in the future. And now I feel like we're in the future. Even with like the robots and stuff, like one day there'll be like AI and stuff, and it will be all crazy. And now it's like, oh yeah, it's kind of like we're in that moment of when that stuff would happen, which is something I think about a lot.
Like I get the arguments some people have too of like, well, they've said that we're supposed to hit peak oil in this year and this, but we found more and this and that and the other.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, well, just because some people are wrong about some things doesn't mean we should act like we shouldn't still try to figure out more because maybe we just weren't measuring properly or correctly. So like we should just try to drill down more and. Didn't try to make oil, but maybe we should try to like drill down into that like field or region more and really try to figure out like a consensus of what is truly going on. Because I feel like ignorance is bliss, and like, until it isn't,
Yep.
until shit hits the fan.
Yeah, it's warmer. Like it just is.
Yeah.
And we gotta look at that. Like somebody should be testing it or something.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like the funny thing of whenever you'll have the really cold stretches in the winter, people will be like, so what's up, climate change? It's getting warmer. And it's like, well, if you know anything about climate, it's not the same as weather. Weather is going on right now today. Climate is a long-term trend. And the long-term trend, Bucky, is that it's still getting warmer. And like, I feel like the winters are also like getting more compressed and shorter.
Yeah.
We get these extreme times and ranges here and there, but I don't know.
Yeah, we were talking about that the last 2 minutes, but intense and shorter, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it hasn't snowed much either. It snowed less, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, let the people smarter than us figure it out, but it's almost like they don't even get the money or time to even figure that out anymore. So, yeah, hopefully that changes.
Yeah, if they don't have the money or time, or like some people, like they're not even trying. I feel like. Do you have any conspiracies that you think about a lot, just more than other ones? There's things you just wonder about.
Hope this doesn't get me in any trouble. It doesn't get me on any, watch list from the alphabet firms or whatever in DC. But man. I think it's really, really odd that RFK, like what he's doing with like food and health and stuff, how it all was saying it's supposed to be about people making their own personal choices in health and stuff like that. And then Florida, no vaccine mandates anymore, like you don't have to take all this stuff. And like I'm sitting here of like, is no one asking the question of why the government suddenly does not care at all about your personal well-being and leaving it up to you? And like, hey, we don't care whether you have healthcare or not. It can keep getting more expensive. And it's like, that almost sounds like they don't care about you. not that they do care. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's more personal freedom, but at the same time of like, people will be like, well, I can make that choice. Well, everyone thinks that they can make the best choices for themselves, but it's not bad to like have some kind of research and guidance behind it.
Oh,
But to say we just shouldn't care anymore just because some obscure research paper here and there contradicts what's in the field. Okay, well, if it does contradict it, then let's research that more and figure out whether that's a real claim. But just because this one guy that loves conspiracy theories and the really fringe stuff sees something here and there, he just gets to change everything. And because like when it comes to healthcare policy like that, that has long-standing effects over decades. That's not something you can just quickly reverse.
oh,
Yeah, you know. So I don't know. I feel like we're doing a little too much too fast right now. Like it hasn't even been a year in to this current admin, and like yeah, I've had problems with past administrations too. And it's like, can we do anything through Congress anymore? Like, has Congress done anything in like the last 10 years?
Yeah. Even with all the health stuff, like with there being so much information, I know that like they're taking the diet out of some foods, which is good, and that's all I know they've done like food wise. But then like taking away like the Medicare and stuff, that's like that doesn't seem like you would anybody would want that.
Yeah. Like, and like I've heard a lot of arguments on that of like, well, healthcare isn't a right. And like I sit here of like, well, if it's your government and your tax money, your labor goes into, operating it, I think it should be a human right. And the reason why is not everyone's genetics or their bodies are completely the same. So if you leave everyone to fend for themselves, you are quite literally having everyone play on an uneven playing field. And to say otherwise is completely false. So that's what I'm just like, you can't say that the government doesn't have to provide an option and shouldn't. Like, not everyone has the exact same, genetic makeup or health. So like, just because you're super healthy and just because you do well genetically, just because when you exercise it works out for you, doesn't mean that works for everyone else. It's like, I don't know. Like personal choice aside, I think people should have the option to be protected by the country that they give so much for, right? Because otherwise, like you get these people that get voted in and are now basically mandating what you can say and trying to mandate in some ways what you can do. So it's like, okay, so you can force me to do and say things or stop me from saying certain things or you'll put me on a watch list, but you won't afford me the right to basic health care that you'll pay for? If I absolutely need it, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe some people think that's a logical leap, but I'm just like, I feel like if you're gonna mandate what someone can do or say, or put them on a watch list, then you should at least be willing to like, take care of them if they're like gonna be ill. Like, we'll call them entitlements or not. I don't know. Long rant, but
no, yeah, and I totally agree. It's like if all you're doing is like controlling people and then not helping them, what is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels less like I'm a citizen and a constituent, and more of like I'm your lapdog.
Yeah,
that's what I mean of like the conspiracy with health thing of like it's almost like they don't care about us, like,
yeah, and just the whole. Yeah, like because it's taking away health care, like even if it's not like free across the board, people should still get treated for what they need, and it shouldn't like ruin their life. Like the fact that can happen to people is just insane.
Yeah, yeah. And again, like to anyone that listens to this, hey, maybe I'm completely off base, maybe you completely disagree, whatever it is, but like I don't know. Give your reason as to why. I'm just saying what I think right now. I'm willing to be convinced, but on my 30 years on this planet thus far, that's how I feel right now. Like I don't care who it is in that White House, who it is in DC. That's just how I feel.
No, yeah, and that's one thing about being with just having it so divided politically is. I feel like I mostly will land in the middle now. But you used to be just left, and now it's more like left center because everyone's just gotten so nuts.
Mm.
But you almost don't want to say like, hey, what about this? If it's not even like a counter, but just like a different point, people don't even want to hear it.
Exactly. It's like I heard this really good quote once of like, you need to listen to understand
Oh,
rather than listening to reply. And I feel like as the division grows, we just continue to become more and more tribal. That's like what that point you're talking about of like how people aren't listening. It's everyone seems to be listening to reply rather than understand. Of like, we could have a difference of opinion, but I want to understand more of like why you have that difference of opinion. Because maybe there's something I'm missing, something I didn't read, because there's so much information out there. I really want to get it. I do. But if you still can't convince me, then I'm like, okay, now I feel more confident in my position now. But if we never actually try to listen to each other, then like, I don't know, you can feel like you're right, but it's like, but are you?
yeah, and just even going in example of that of like the whole free speech thing has gotten just hit back and forth because with like the Jimmy Kimmel thing gets like yeah that's canceling free speech, but also you should be allowed to speak without being shot, and then remember back in like 2020 when comedians were being canceled for saying jokes that people didn't like it's all the same thing, but people will just like forget or just not like acknowledge what like that's not good for anybody on any side.
Exactly. There's a lot of hypocrisy up in this piece, man. All I remember was 2020 when the cancellations were happening. All I was seeing it was from one side was, hey, no matter what was said, like free speech is free speech. Shouldn't be canceling people for that. And now when it comes to this Kimmel situation, hearing from that same side now of like, hey, they shouldn't be canceled for that. It's free speech. Well, actually, because it's this type of network, the FCC or whatever, and it's like, man, do you hear yourself right now? Him with that Carlton 4 or 5 years ago, you were saying something completely different. Like, what changed? What happened? And then that explanation doesn't happen. I've got no one to really follow up with me there, and it's like, I don't want to debate the like mechanisms that a certain like FCC or this and that can take. All I'm saying is down to principle because you said this is your principle. Tell me whether you agree with the action personally or not. I don't care about what the government can do in response. I want to know what you think as a person. But it always but now it's no. But I mean, well, actually, it's like
Yeah, or just like um I feel like most people would agree. You don't want to have just completely completely open borders.
yeah.
But nobody wants to eat ice raids. It's the way to going down.
Like you saw that video from
Yeah.
Red Guard, bro. So I moved to Nashville now. Like I like my friend sent that video in our group chat, and I'm just watching. And it's like, okay, this is like legitimately insane. Like they're not announcing themselves, they're not wearing like badges, or like you can't really identify them or anything. And like once again, I remember in the last administration, I kept hearing of the references to 1984 and secret police and this and that. But now fast forward, it's like, I don't know, that looks kind of secret police to me, man. And then I also remember in that last president's era, I kept hearing of, soon enough, they're gonna have the military marching your streets and controlling what you can do. Now it's like fast forward, it's like, yo, so like what's up with the military patrolling the streets, all these big cities? Now we're talking about maybe having them use cities as training grounds. Like, can we just be consistent?
Yeah, yeah, and with the bread garden thing, like one thing I thought was unfair to people were mad at the employees. Like, what do you want the employees to do in that situation? Because I'm just thinking, if I work at a place called Bread Garden, no offense, I'm probably not some black belt who love like altercation, and two unarmed or no two like unidentified dudes just grab somebody. Like, are you gonna like tax them or like what are you? Yeah. I just saw that they were getting a bunch of hate, and Bread Garden was too. Unless did they like call, or do the people just show up randomly?
I don't really know. Like, I haven't seen enough of it or like read into enough of it. I just keep seeing it happen like just everywhere. But like, yeah, in defense of those employees too, like, hey, not everybody's about that life.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to jump into every altercation or jump into everything. So like, and it's easy to say of like someone that's watching it on your phone or not actually there.
That's what I
But
was
well,
like.
I would have done this. Well, I would have done that. And it's like, I think it's Bill Burr that has this joke. I can't remember who exactly of like how like the white person that'll talk about how if they were alive during the times of slavery, how they would have taken care of the slaves and been racist, and he's like, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, like people, it's hard to go against the grain.
Oh,
You know, like you're putting yourself out there. You're really like you're risking your reputation, risking your safety, and to do that for another person, it does take a lot of courage. Like I commend anyone that wants to do that and that can do that, but I also don't fault the people that don't always. You know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when it's like, because these people cops, are they some sort of like, I don't know what these people are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's a carry state too.
No.
So like some people are strapped up, you know. So not everybody again like just wants to get into everything.
Yeah, and the type of person that wants to be in ICE, I feel like if some random person was to attack them, they are ready and hyped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just heartbreaking to watch, you know, just because of like hearing the person screaming and
Yeah,
just like, because like I like basically when I was watching, I was just trying to like put myself just like in their mindset of like what's occurring. No matter how they got here,
Oh
the reason that they came here, for the vast majority of those people that were coming in those caravans, like people can talk about economic migrants, this and that, but it's like when you really look back and stem to the reasons they're economic migrants, low key, this country's got a lot to do with it. Like regime change that we've done in so many different countries using our CIA, using and just like these forever wars and things like that. So we just get to absolve ourselves of just any responsibility whatsoever of these people becoming economic migrants and just saying you have to go back to your own country and take care of it, when it's like, but our 3 and 4 letter agencies were like, why that situation kind of started, like what we've done in like Venezuela, for example, and other countries. Like people just don't think about that and just like, well, get out of here. And it's like, or
don't know, or think that it's like, oh, that's just that's a conspiracy stuff. But it's like, no, it's like documented, like just crazy things that have happened.
Yeah, so like, maybe people, read all that stuff and get that, and maybe they don't, but I think like, before we just have like the knee-jerk reactions of like, hey, like you're taking from me, so get out of here, like, hey, can we just not make everything just hey, I think this can be a snap decision as how to solve this, and also try a holistic approach to it, because it's all connected in some kind of system, but we don't ever want to figure out the actual root cause. Like, again, why is that?
Like why can't they fix like unsafe neighborhoods and stuff? But like they could and build like
then there's a lot of politicians that have less things to run on.
Yeah. There's so much. But why is alcohol even legal? It doesn't make sense. It's like a poison. I get it. It's fun, but like if you really think about like what it is and what it does, that's legal. Oxy is legal, but like weed obviously, and like stuff that helps mushrooms and all that it's legal, and like it doesn't make sense unless you were trying to do something like
it's like, who knows. Once again, I mean, like, I know we both have ideas of like what should happen here and there, but it's like, I don't know. This is another cool thing I heard is this book, like I think 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Stephen Covey. There's this like section in there that talks about like circle of influence and circle of control. It's like there's a lot of these things that I know we both are like amped up about, but the other thing that gets me kind of relaxed on it sometimes and just not even really saying anything anymore is like, you have that circle of control and that circle of influence, right? Like, if your circle of control doesn't envelop that circle of influence, then you have no control on the outcome, because like you can't really influence that. Like if this is influence and this is control, or like I don't have enough control to influence the actual outcome, of like those people in DC don't give a damn what I got to say, right? So it's like, I don't know. I'll just talk to the people I know, see what they think, talk to each other, try to change that. Hopefully everyone does the same and we stop going at each other, because I mean they love that, because I mean they're using it in all these ads all the time, and you're like, why are we like as neighbors just like going at each other? It's like we all want most of the same things, Maslow's hierarchy and needs, like that whole kind of thing. Like, can we try to have some level of like mutual respect?
Yeah, and it gets there's a study that show like a lot of it on social media is bots.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and that's where we are most of the time, and we're also addicted to it. That's a crazy mix.
Yeah, it's just only gonna get worse and worse and worse, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe some other things people should try, like before you want to reply to that just like random stranger, like take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Just. And another old quote I love, Dave Chappelle said, Twitter's not a real place.
Yep. Yeah, that's so true. And Gary V had a quote where it's like, if all I did was go around the internet and say mean things about people, that person's life is so sad that he feels bad for them. And then I think about that too. It's like, if that's like how you're spending your time, is just talking shit on a phone, probably alone. Like that's a sad life. Like that's a sad way to be.
Yeah, and like the other thing with these bots too, of like, it's like, aren't there all these just like, I don't know, I know this happens all the time in this country, but more of these like radicalized shootings that people are having, the Charlie Kirk stuff and and everything that's happened since then. So like the Michigan church or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that might be playing into it too. Like people are just getting really amped up from the division and then what's going on the internet, and then like you have these bots that are like commenting on everything, riling people up. Like it's honestly insane on Twitter, or X as they call it now. You can quite literally see these chains of just accounts that'll verbatim say the exact same thing and be posting them within minutes of each other. And there's these server farms where it occurs from, and people think it's real.
Yeah. Yeah. Then that will just sway your view. Well, like, I mean, duh, but like, you'll just start to change your view, or get like annoyed at one group of people or some shit, and it's just not. It's not good.
Yeah. It's also that other thing of like you've been hearing more and more and more probably about how like AI is going to take away our like ability to have like our own thoughts, right? Or like to think for ourselves. And like I sit here and I kind of chuckle when I hear it, of like, do people not realize that like a lot of the human population has been doing that for like close to the last decade with social media algorithms? Like people care about what the trending topic is. People talk about what the trending topic is. People care about what the biggest celebrity is doing and gossip about the celebrity's life instead of caring and talking about their own life. Like maybe the AI stuff can accelerate it, but like it's already been happening. So like unplug from that stuff and like truly think for yourself.
That's a great point. And it's like when people say that, it's like, well, it's too late. We're so addicted to our phones, the algorithm, like it's already like won. If there was something thing that they were scared of, but they don't realize it, which is almost like the scariest part.
That's the funny thing about the too late thing is like, okay, then why does the 12-step program exist? Because you're telling me that you cannot cure an addiction.
Oh,
like I don't think it's too late on anything. Like that's just a defeatist mindset. Like if you're gonna think that some things are gonna go some way and we're gonna take no action on it, then yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Because we're inevitably down that road. but you can always choose a different road.
Mhm.
You know, like there's a fork in the road, but like you can make a new path. You can go straight instead.
No,
And I did not make that up either. Jay-Z, shout out.
no, yeah, and that is true. Like people with like the mindset who are mostly worried about AI are the people who are also trapped in like the algorithm stuff.
Yeah.
Hearing scary stuff about AI, but it's like, well, you're already in this other trap, which is almost worse, because AI itself, like, it's just is a thing. It's not going to really do anything. Like, there's nothing to get addicted to with it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on how it's used, you know, because like I think of it less of like it's not a being, it's a tool, you know.
Yeah,
It's like a suite of tools right now. Like we're not at that AGI where it's truly just like building itself and like kind of has that true like self-reflective level of thought.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just does whatever we've trained it to do and like operates in that fashion based off code and infrastructure. But I think of it more so as there are harmful things that can be done with it, but again, like I hope that people are at least, trying to pay attention to what's happening in the space and using the tools so that they can recognize these things. Like the Meta's like, all AI generated social feed, for example. Really interesting experiment there. Don't know what I think about that, especially how from earlier, like these models are only gonna get better. That fake stuff is only gonna look more and more and more and more real.
Yeah. And what I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, but yeah, I don't see how. Yeah, like it's a tool, and it's what you do with it, and I feel like the internet is the same way. It's just like it can obviously be used for good, be used for bad, and that's kind of is what it is, I guess. Or I don't know what the people are so scared of specifically when it comes to AI.
Yeah.
So I get like the jobs and stuff, but I feel like you just have more time to do something unless it goes like the way that they're thinking, where there's no job and we just sit around. I remember what I wanted to say. I feel like a VR isn't as popular as it was, or is it?
Really depends on the circle that you're in or what you care about. Like for example, like I have this coworker that today, like the Meta, like the new display glasses,
Mm-hmm.
like got those, right? But like I'm in tech and like so in that type of space, you'll see more of those people gravitate towards it, right?
Yeah.
But in other spaces, unless you really need it, you don't particularly care unless you're a gamer that likes augmented reality, virtual reality. The devices in some cases can be expensive too. I think it just comes down to like how well they work and the utility. Because right now it's just like those Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah. Have you tried them? I kind of want a pair.
I have a friend that has them, and I personally, I'm definitely gonna get some soon because once I saw the price of them, like Meta Ray-Bans, these are like only like $50 more than the regular Ray-Bans of the same model, but they have the camera in them, and I can like talk to it and ask it stuff. Of like, yeah, I'm willing to pay an extra $50.
Right? Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. It just
but then the other fear is I lose sunglasses.
No, say I break. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, man, I'll break lose them.
Yeah.
For those that get bent or some shit, or I'll get so used to them that I won't like not have them on.
Yeah, that too. Like that's the one thing I really want to make sure I avoid. Really only putting them on when I feel like I want them in that moment. Like because you can like be hiking and like record that walk or whatever, record that hike and those views, kind of relive that experience later. Because your memory's never going to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then or like just like moments like with family and things like that, remaining within the moment but having that recording. I don't really want them for like the like social media story feature or whatever, but like more so like being able to like capture those like really important memories and moments like dynamically then and not have to feel like I need to get my phone out and not be present within that moment, like that's the only reason, that's the main thing that got me there of like, oh, I kind of want those.
Yeah, I think for me it's the just being able to record more like commercial than first person like driving stuff, just all this with just glasses would be so nice.
Yeah.
But like just going on a walk around, and that's just how you're filming the whole time.
Yeah.
So more just like work stuff, and then I want to get a pair of the gaming ones just at some point when like they're. I mean, I'm guessing they're great now, but like I don't know. Maybe just outside for like the Quest, I think, or like the. But once they become like as popular as just gaming on a screen, if that happens, that's what I want to make the switch.
If I had to make a guess, I'd say within the next 4 to 6 years, we see like PlayStation and Xbox try to move towards like really going hard on the AR VR. Because it's the other thing is like cost, because with what Apple tried to do with Apple Vision Pro, like if you really try to make a headset or an AR VR tool that has a lot of power in it, it's a lot of chips.
Oh,
yeah. A lot of money. Okay. And like, I mean, Meta's what they've done with the Meta Quest is exceptional. But like with Apple, the amount of processing power they're trying to jam pack into their whole different story. Like it weighs so much. So I don't know. I think it comes down to the size of chips, the form factors we get down to, and then also getting the models that operate these capabilities to also be smaller in size, because then you can, not have to have as big of a device in terms of the number of chips and transistors to like actually power this thing.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, cause the Apple one did look crazy. I watched a video on that, and I haven't heard about that for a while too, which is interesting. One thing I'm wondering is like when are they going to have AI in video games, just like in the console? So if you're playing like a career mode, the other teams will make like good trades, and they'll just be like more. It'll make the gaming experience better.
Oh, like more personalized.
Yeah.
There's a lot of research around that right now. Making like making headway in those spaces, but it's still, again, I think, just like GPUs cost a lot, right?
Oh, what's that?
And like, in terms of processing power, I mean, do you have a PS5 or an Xbox?
I'm an Xbox One S, but like not the new one before.
I think they have like a lower level GPU than, but the like newest series of gaming consoles from PlayStation and Xbox, they both have NVIDIA GPUs in them. So basically what these are, they basically just allow you to process more of the same type of data very, very quickly. There's a really cool video from Mythbusters that you can watch that makes it easier to understand just visually. But think of it this way. The computer, if I want to process a lot of data with the regular computer, CPU, you know how when you have all these windows running, these different websites, your computer just runs really, 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 really slow. Because it's trying to load each thing sequentially, because it's sending the data in a single stream and packet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But think about your gaming and your graphics. When you look at the screen, it's all pixels, right?
Mm-hmm.
So pixels, you remember like just like grids in school?
Mm-hmm.
So you would have the square grid versions where they would just be boxes all the same size. So think of that as pixels, just grids on there. So GPU, it can calculate the exact same thing on every single one of those pixels, but instead of doing one thing at a time, going like this, up and down rows, it does them all at once. So that's why you have the ray tracing, the faster graphics and everything now. The GPUs have made that possible. But also in like AI, in like terms of training those models, you have different data, we'll call it different data in each part of this like network, right? But you're doing the same calculation on every single one of them. So the GPU is really, really effective on doing that quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, yeah. I can't remember how we got to the GPUs.
AI in game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in franchise mode, I want the other teams to, like, one team to build, like a defensive team, then one team to, like, build around, like, get actual players to make, like, trades and just more, like, stuff that would happen.
That'd be a really cool experience, yeah. I mean, you're getting more of the, like, without saying too much, without being too much of a yapper, I'll just basically say I would not be surprised if you see someone be bold enough or, like, have the ingenuity it requires to make that type of gaming experience. Because I feel like we already have open world games, but like generative games, where you can like truly like kind of as Minecraft, like make your own kind of world and really customize things. I would not be surprised if we start to see those things in like several years down the line.
Right.
Yeah, I'll give that estimate. Is like I honestly have no idea. Like, yeah.
It's cool how much you know about tech.
I've spent a lot like keyboards, computers, man. Like, remember we had a computer room in my house growing up, and like that's probably where you find me. After school, if I wasn't outside playing with my friends, like I'd just be in that computer room, and then like weekends, I had this one friend growing up of like when he still lived in Iowa. We'd have a sleepover at my place or his place, and the next day our parents would just drop us off at the public library, and you get the free computer time. Always, man, computer time to start, chilling on Google, doing whatever, playing some RuneScape. So yeah, I don't know, just spend a lot of time.
That's so sick. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm watching Mr. Robot again. Get back on Netflix. So I'm like halfway through season 3, I think. So it's been fun. Yeah. And just to like the hacking and stuff, I think. Thank you.
Are you watching it on Netflix?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw that they just got it. Have you seen House of Lies?
No, I don't even know what's that about.
Dude, it's a show Don Cheadle.
Oh,
and then like Kristen Bell, and then Parks and Rec, John Ralphio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's in it too. So basically, it's like the world of consultants, like management consulting. So he's a management consultant, like a big time one in LA. Travels all around, does his management consulting gigs, and it's a comedy. Basically about how we just convince people that they need to do whatever they tell us, kind of thing. And I don't know, they're a lot funnier about how they do it. I just don't want to give too much away. It's like 5 seasons of it. Started watching it a few months back, like slowly getting to the end.
Oh, okay. How long are those? The episodes?
Oh, they're like shorter. Like they're like 25-minute episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's easy to like run through. So it's kind of one like I'll watch like an episode or episode and a half, like when I have the time during the week, like before bed or something. Yeah.
Okay. Word. Yeah. Me and Aka Trina need a new show, so we'll check that out. And are you back tomorrow to Nashville?
Yeah, heading back tomorrow, but hoping to come back, towards the end of this month. I have some like AI talks I'm gonna do in the area.
Oh yeah, dude, sick, man.
Yeah, and then other than that, I don't know. It's kind of just like when I have a reason to come back, I will.
Oh yeah.
Really looking at that Iowa-Oregon game.
That's gonna be that's gonna be spicy. No, dude, well, fuck yeah, man. And congrats on the move down there too. It's always exciting to get out and try new stuff.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I'm like terribly far away, but at the same time, it's nice to kind of just be in that new atmosphere, new energy, and everything. So yeah, really enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for meeting with me. So appreciate it. Let's watch this Dodgers game.
Good seeing you. Oh yeah, go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.